Welcome to the video Vort. During the days of Aseret Yimei Tshuva, it is customary for individuals to take upon themselves some additional acts of piety that we do not necessarily do the rest of the year. In fact, the Shulchan Aruch rules that during the days of Aseret Yimei Tshuva, even if one is not, as an example, scrupulous about the prohibition of pas palter, that is to say, bread that is baked by a Gentile, in a professional bakery setting, even if one is not scrupulous about refraining from that kind of food during the rest of the year, during Aseret Yimei Tshuva, one should observe the prohibition of pas palter. The rest of the year it's okay, but during Aseret Yimei Tshuva, an additional act of piety calls us to refrain. And the question is, why or what benefit is there to this or any other additional act of piety that we might choose for ourselves to conduct ourselves during this week, during these 10 days? The fact of the matter is that who are we fooling? The Ribono Shel Olam knows who we are. Are we trying to misrepresent ourselves and tell God to judge us based on who we are this week? That is, in fact, who we are not. 350 some odd days a year, we act in one way, and these 10 days, we pretend to act another way. Why bother? What benefit is there? Rabbi Yosef Tzvi Rimon suggests that taking on additional acts of piety during Aseret Yimei Tshuva has nothing to do with convincing God that we are someone who we are not. Rather, it is entirely about demonstrating to ourselves what we are capable of doing. That is to say, all year long, I sort of feel about myself that my spiritual and religious potential is going to max out at X, whatever X is. But during these 10 days, we take upon ourselves some additional acts of piety in order to demonstrate to ourselves that we can be more, that we can be better, that we can be more spiritually refined than we might have thought otherwise that we could accomplish. And if we're able to demonstrate that to ourselves, then indeed we will be able to act upon it not only during these 10 days, but quite possibly for days, weeks, and months going forward. The tshuva process itself seems at sometimes to be quite overwhelming and daunting that we just give up on the entire process. But during these 10 days of tshuva, we do just a little bit more. And when we see that we can do a little bit more, we can believe in ourselves that we can be a little bit more. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu give us the strength to do a little bit more during the 10 days and demonstrate to ourselves that we can be more than we might have thought otherwise. Good luck in these remaining days of the Aseret Yimei Tshuva.